Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Time Machine. I'm Harper, and today...
Whoa, where the hell have you been? Good gravy, we thought you quit.
Nope, didn't quit. Just working on a big freelance project with no time for YouTube action. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about what to do when you're in a creativity slump. When you're depressed because you don't have any good ideas for art, or you're just having a bad day or week and don't feel like making anything. But first, since this is a serious subject, here's my disclaimer. To whom it may concern, I hereby admit to being just another dum-dum on YouTube who doesn't know shit about shit, so don't take anything I say too seriously. I mean, would you take any kind of advice from a guy who made a 5.5-minute video called the 100 Farts Drawing Challenge? Exactly. You would not. But seriously, if you're experiencing depression, please talk to someone you can trust or get professional help so that you can move forward and get to a better place in your life. So yeah, I didn't feel like drawing at all this week. I was in a so what, who cares kind of ho-hum bum out wasteland, and I don't even know why. But what I did know is that I sure as hell didn't feel like being creative. When I'm riding a bummer for a few days, I don't want to make anything. I just don't feel like it. Everything sucks. Everything's boring. It's all blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're saying to yourself, but Harper, you're an awesome artist. People love your work. You're super handsome and clever and funny and still have pretty good hair for an old guy. How could you possibly get depressed? I know. I've got privilege stacked on privilege. Layers of it. I'm a Dagwood sandwich of privileges. I should have nothing to be bummed out about ever. And yet, it happens to me too. I get low. And then I fall into that classic creative doom cycle. I'm feeling low, which means I don't feel creative, so then I don't create anything, and then I get lower, and then you just repeat that cycle for a while. Oh yeah, it's not a good time. And I'm sure you've heard some smarty pants throw out a super sweet cliche quote like this: "There's gonna be ups and downs in life." Yeah, we know. The real mystery is, what can you do to help make a change in your way of thinking when you're on the down cycle? So here it is. Here's the big takeaway from this video. Fight depression with creation. Making stuff makes you want to make more stuff. I mean, usually, if you're just regular bummed out, not like super bummed out. And again, this is not intended to be mental health advice in any way. I'm just sharing what helps get me back on the up cycle when I'm feeling low, and hopefully it'll be useful to you too. I know logically from experience that if I can just get started, just fart around in the sketchbook for a few minutes, I'll feel better. The bad stuff, the blahs and the blues will start to fade. But it's hard to do when you just feel like taking a nap. Or having some beers and then taking a nap. Man, beer naps are the greatest, right? Anyway, the point is to just get started. So, I forced the sketchbook open and started drawing, with nothing in mind and no expectations. And about 10 minutes later, I felt better, and I ended up drawing and painting for almost 3 hours. Art therapy works. And when I really don't feel like making anything, that's exactly when I know I need to make something. A simple drawing, a small easy painting, cut up magazines and make a collage, make a postcard and send it to a friend. Keep it easy, fun, and doable. Don't try to make a comeback by drawing a horse, or a baby riding a horse. Those are all super hard things to draw, as I've explained in a previous video. Start with your greatest hits. Draw stuff you like, stuff that you've drawn before, stuff that you know you can draw well, so that when you finally do get started, you will already be 75% of your way to victory. Why not set it up for success? Because that's what we all really need. A little success, a small win, and we can get back on track. So another question that might pop up is something like this. Well, what if I'm having one of those horrible slumps where I hate everything I make, and when I make something, it just bums me out even more? Yeah, that sucks like extra super bad, and it's a good question, but I think you already know the answer. Try to make something anyway. Because even when I make shitty stuff, I still feel that little bit of accomplishment, and I always feel better than when I'm making nothing at all. Just the act of drawing or painting or doing anything creative will usually help pull you out of the bummer. Even the smallest amount of effort. Sometimes I just go through the motions until it becomes real again. You will get that old feeling back. The thrill of creation. And this next part is very important. You could call it part 2 of the big takeaway, and here it is. As soon as you finish making that first thing, whatever it is, make the next thing as soon as possible. The idea here is to continually make stuff to prevent ourselves from getting too low. And yeah, some days, even tiny steps like this will seem impossible, and that's okay. Allow yourself to take a break without the guilt. Crack a beer, order a pizza, watch Netflix, or a dozen Sketchbook Time Machine videos, but it's your call. It's up to you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do or anything. I mean, everything's cool here. As for the image I drew today, I had just watched the Jamie Hewlett Fireball bootleg episode of Cartoonist Kayfabe, and I was thinking about all the fun, goofy drawings that Hewlett does, and was probably subconsciously channeling his work. In order to cook up this modern masterpiece, I used my same old tried and true recipe. A number 2 pencil, speedball ink with a number 3 Winsor & Newton Series 7 sable brush, and some super cheap Tray watercolor paints. And finally, a quick pass with colored pencils to give it a little boost. And a short side note about using inexpensive art supplies. Using the cheap stuff will help you be more experimental and not worry about air quotes wasting supplies when you're learning the basics or want to try making something new.
And knowing is half the battle.
It's been a while and I'm a little bit rusty, but I'll give it my best shot. Here goes. If you'd like even more hot sketchbook action, cool stories about art and life, and dad jokes, that one's for you, Gozmaster, check out these rad videos right here. And if you thought this video was better than running out of beer in the middle of a weekend, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon so you'll never miss another sketchbook video right here on the Time Machine. Thanks for watching.